Hi girls. So we have finished week one of our quarantine. We finished a topic, a mathematics topic, which is in our syllabus. So well done. Do let us know. Myself and Miss Portelli were working together on if you have any queries. Any questions and all that, you have to speak up and tell us, all right? So for this particular week, what we're going to be focusing on is the topic of volume. So volume, you've already been working on, you already know about it since year 7, where you had to figure out the volume of a cube or a cuboid. So what we're going to do is we're going to be adding on to what you already know from year 7 and year 8. Now, in order to start this topic volume, we're going to be starting with a revision of year 7 and year 8. And the revision that we're going to be focusing on is area of flat shapes. And we're going to review 5 flat shapes. So let's start. So we're going to have our main title. So our main title is volume. And if I have to check, I don't know what the chapter is. Let me check from our book. So I'm going to open our lovely Formula 1 book, like we always do, girls. And we're going to be focusing on chapter 17. So, chapter 17. And the subtitle is area, right? Area of flat shapes. So, let's start. So, really not 5, 6, because square, I counted 5 because square and rectangle, I took them as one shape because they have one equation, they have the same equation, all right? But the square we know has 4 equal sides and the rectangle has 2 pairs that are equal. So these 2 are equal to each other and these 2 are equal to each other. Now, when we're talking about the base and the height, we're looking at how wide is the shape and how high is the shape, and they're always perpendicular to each other. Now, whether you take that L shape or you consider how wide it is over here and how high it is over here, it doesn't really matter, because if I turn it round, this is the width and this is the height. But don't worry, because first of all, make sure that they are at 90 degrees to each other. That is really important. But let us say that this is 5 centimeters and this is 3 centimeters. So if I do 3 times 5 or 5 times 3, both of them will give me 15. So don't worry if you don't know which is the base and which is the height, because it really does depend on how you are viewing the shape. Whether you're viewing it like this, maybe you turn it around and you're viewing it like that. It doesn't matter, as long as you know that base and height and that they are perpendicular to each other. Next, the next shape is a triangle. So we're going to draw a triangle like so. And the equation is area equals base times height division by 2. So how wide it is and how high it is. And look at where I put the height. The height, I put it over here to show you that it has to be perpendicular to the base. I could have even placed it here. It doesn't make a difference as long, again, as it is 90 degrees. I cannot calculate the height with the slanting line, because a slanting line, if you notice, is not 90 degrees. So that, no. All right, focus on the blue lines and at 90 degrees with each other. Another flat shape, and this one we did this year, is the circle, center, radius, equation, area equals pi r squared We don't need to go into it because you know it, we've done it. Another one, and this you've done it if I'm not mistaken in year 8, it is the area of a parallelogram. And its area equals, it's the same, base times height. How wide it is and how high it is. Again, 90 degrees to each other. So a parallelogram, just to go over a couple of properties, they are parallel to each other. So these two sides are has two pairs of parallel sides. These two sides are parallel to each other, so the arrow, and these two sides are parallel to each other. So we have two arrows. And the last one is a trapezium. Okay, area equals A plus B times H division by 2. So the A plus B are the parallel sides. So what are the lengths here? A and B. And the height, again, is the line that is perpendicular to B and A. How high is the shape? Right? And these are your areas of flat shapes. So what I would recommend is, I would recommend that you pause the video and you copy this on your lined paper and you draw them slowly with all the little markings that I have in color and the equations. So these are the equations that you need to know for this year and that we will be using for the topic volume.